Isn't it time you back? IHOP's Homestyle Dinners. Your choice with super salad, just $5.99.
WDCA Washington, D.C. for 25 years is proud to follow exclusive presentation of DC 20 Sports. An exclusive presentation of DC 20 Sports. DC 20 Sports proudly presents Washington Capitals Hockey. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Amtrak's Atlantic City Express. It's how the good times roll. Hardee's, all kinds of good stuff. C&P Telephone Yellow Pages, no other book can match it. C&P, a Bell Atlantic company. Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. Your Nissan dealer, inviting you to test drive the all-new Sentra. And by Giant Food. We care about quality and value. We care about you.
This is the famed Chicago Stadium, the original home of the Chicago Blackhawks. It is considered the loudest arena in the NHL. No other National Hockey League rink rocks like this 61-year-old stadium. The crowd, definitely an ally to the Blackhawks. Tonight, the Capitals' game plan will be to jump on the Hawks early, take the crowd out of the game. And yes, you will see it live and exclusively right here on WDCA TV 20 Sports. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Rimmer, the television voice of Washington Capitals hockey, along with Craig Laughlin. And Locker, the Caps playing excellent hockey right now. They've won 3 in a row. They'd like to make it 4 straight against the Hawks here tonight.
They sure would, Jeff. I think tonight's a good test for them. The Blackhawks don't lose many games in this building. It's a tough rink to play in. I think the Blackhawks are going to come out. They're going to have to really forecheck off the bat to get the tempo going, to take it away from the fans and the Hawks.
Caps coach Terry Murray is standing by downstairs. And Terry, how do you improve on the performance Tuesday night at the Spectrum in Philadelphia?
I'd like to repeat that performance, Jeff. I was real pleased with the way we played on the road, especially in Philadelphia. And similar building here in that they're going to be forechecking very, very aggressively. The defense will pinch down, and they'll try to do a lot of good things in the first period to put us on our heels so that they can execute their game plan.
And Terry, what about this game tonight? Are you going to work a dump and chase system against the Hawks?
I think we're going to have to, Craig. When you take a look at that neutral zone down there, there's only about 47 feet of ice to play with. That's about 13 feet shorter than most buildings in the National Hockey League. So there's not a lot of opportunity to create too much in the neutral zone. We're going to get to the red line, dump it in, and get some good forechecking going.
Terry, thanks for the visit. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Jeff.
Caps coach Terry Murray. Well, the Washington Capitals going back to that game Tuesday night. Kevin Hatcher was certainly, Craig Laughlin, the star of the hockey game.
He sure was. He's really turned his game around. He's really come on of late. 2 goals last game. He's a big guy, and in this small arena, big guys do well. So look for Kevin Hatcher to carry the puck, get some key opportunities offensively.
Another outstanding defenseman in the National Hockey League, Chris Chelios, with a new team. The former Canadian, now number 2 in scoring for the Chicago Blackhawks.
That's right, Jeff. He's a key man out there. He's a great skater, good stick handler. He shoots the puck really hard. Look for him to jump up in the play. This is a small rink. He's an excellent skater. The Caps have to pin him on the boards. We are just about set here for the opening face-off at this fabled arena. Stay tuned. You'll see it live and exclusively on WDCA.
You loved Rocky Balboa before. Now here's your chance to love him again. Go behind the scenes of the making of Rocky V. Enjoy home video shot by Sylvester Stallone's son Sage during the production of the film. Share in a revealing personal interview with Stallone. We'll talk to celebrities about the Rocky character, hosted by Richard Crenna, and shot in Rocky's hometown of Philadelphia. A behind-the-scene look at Rocky V, Rocky, an American hero. Friday night at 9 on DC 20, WDCA TV.
Life without choices is like a jukebox with one song. But more choices are always at your fingertips in the C&P Telephone Yellow Pages. It's got more choices, a lot more, than any other Yellow Pages. No wonder so many of us, 9 out of 10 of us, use it. When it comes to choices, the more the merrier. The genuine C&P Telephone Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
No takeoffs, no landings. Metroliner service. New York City, a glide away. Civilized, spacious, productive. Private phones. Hourly departures. First class available. The fast track to New York. Amtrak's Metroliner service. The much more civilized shuttle.
What kind of paint was that? Watercolor.
Burger, please. Mary Beth Keegan, all alone. Better make that a big bacon cheeseburger. Hi, Jeff. Hi. Can you really eat all that? Oh, yeah. It's perfect for a guy like me. A big, thick, juicy cheeseburger with bacon. I need to bulk up for football this fall. Really? I was thinking of going out for co-ed soccer. Co-ed, huh?
It would be an electrifying anthem, and it is the Chicago Stadium, the one and only. The referee for tonight's hockey game, Rob Schick. Pierre Champoux and Jerry Pateman are the linesmen.
Tonight's Blackhawk game.
Between the pipes for the Capitals, Don Beaupre coming off an impressive 4-0 shutout against New Jersey. He's a stand-up goalie. Tonight he's going to have to stop the puck, handle it, pass it up to the wingers.
WBBM News Radio.
For the Hawks, Ed Belfour. He's not your classic goalie. The scouting report on him, he gets his body in front of the puck any way he can.
For the Capitals, Rob Murray will center a line with Tim Berglund and Nick Kypreos to get it underway, and it is just that. Chris Chelios, the ex-Montreal Canadian, wrapping it off the boards into the Washington end. Behind the net, Rob Murray takes a hit from McNeil. Jocelyn Lemieux moves up off his skate. Blackhawks keep it in the Washington end. McNeil on the board with Lemieux. Lemieux with a puck now. Comes out in front, fires a shot off his skate behind the net once again, and Berglund comes back for the Capitals. Right winger taking a hit there from Jocelyn Lemieux, and the puck into the neutral zone. Stepping up with it, Chris Chelios. Dumping it back in the Washington end, Bob Rouse. Quickly turns, gets it to Rob Murray at his own blue line. Murray, long left wing pass for Kypreos. And it's off into the Blackhawks zone. Game underway here at the Chicago Stadium. Caps on a 3-game win streak, trying to make it 4 in a row as they continue on a Western road trip.
The Capitals, right off the bat, the Hawks are going to try to forecheck them. They want a few bumps. They want to set a tempo in this building. The Capitals just dump it out, play the first 5 minutes safe in this building.
Dave Manson getting it ahead to McGill. McGill at center on the backhand, flipping it into the Washington end. It is stopped there by Beaupre, teed up for Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher getting it ahead to Bondra on the right wing, rink wide, intercepted by Dirk Graham, the team captain of the Blackhawks. He winds up for the face-off circle. Love save, and holding on there is Don Beaupre.
Well, the Hawks, they're jumping on the puck right off the bat, shooting the puck in, getting on the Capitals' defense. They look for the quick turnovers in this rink because of the boards are so quick, because they want to set the tempo right off the bat.
Coach Terry Murray going with a new lineup here tonight, not necessarily in players, but a new lineup as far as the Capitals are concerned with lines. When we take a look quickly here at the scratches for tonight's game, Alan May, Dino Cicerelli out with injuries, Joel Quenneville and John Purvis up from Baltimore. Scratch for the Capitals tonight. We'll give you the Blackhawks scratches in a few moments. Here's Conroy from the point, winding up off the side of the net. Conroy backhanding the pass. This is Murray, Troy Murray getting it ahead to Gilbert in front for Conroy, and he couldn't handle the puck in front of Don Beaupre. Back come the Capitals. Pavanka on the Mike Ridley Leach line now. A shot right on, saved by Belfour. The rebound turned aside. Caps in the offensive zone. This is Mike Ridley behind the net. Ridley looking for someone in front. Intercepted there by Greg Gilbert. Back come the Hawks. Gilbert flipping it in off into the open corner. Kirk Graham trying to control the puck. Hops over his stick. Leach takes a hit from Gilbert. Back in the center ice zone, it is Mike Ridley. 2-on-2. Ridley to Lawler. Off his skate into the corner. Troy Murray coming back for the Hawks. Puck in the corner. Bounces free. Michael Pavanka on the off wing. Fires a shot. Belfour the save. The rebound. Ridley in front. Here is John Druce trying to press the backhand behind Belfour. And the Hawks clear the zone. Good defensive play in front of Belfour. Kevin Hatcher for the Washington Capitals now as both teams change on the fly. Turns away from Goulet. Langway getting it up the left wing. Backhanded to John Druce at center and over the line. And a two-line pass, thus the offside call. As we get a look at John Druce, the Caps' leading scorer, who has picked up where he left off last spring.
He sure has. He's really come on lately. He's shooting the puck a lot more, and he gets another chance here. They fired at the net. Belfour's down early. Ridley gets a whack at it, goes right across to Johnny Druce. He's on his backhand. He hits the post. But the Capitals, they've really got to pressure Belfour because he leaves a lot of rebounds at the top of the show. He just tries to stop the puck any way he can.
Evidence of another change of the Capitals lineup as far as lines are concerned. Kelly Miller has been shifted off the Ridley line. He's now a left wing on the Peter Zezel line, at least for the start of tonight's game. And of course, John Druce is on the right side. Kevin Hatcher wraps it off the backboards. Team captain Rod Langway. Long rink-wide pass too far for Kelly Miller, and the Caps race after it into the Chicago end. Offside is waved off. Belfour clears it, but not out. Here's John Druce now between the face-off circles. Turning away from Yanni. Fires a weak shot. McGill stops that. Gets it on the wing for Roenick. Jeremy Roenick. Drop pass for Goulet. Here's the big line for the Blackhawks. Off the skate of Langway in the corner. Kelly Miller. Along the far boards. He turned around by Roenick. Moving up there is John Druce. In over the line. Peter Zezel offside. 16:42 left. We're scoreless here at the Chicago Stadium. Stay tuned.
One name brings you more great action-packed films. Arrows. And now at Arrows, get 2 explosive movies.
You better dial 911.
First, he was above the law. Now, Steven Seagal is hard to kill. And also at Arrows, she's an undercover cop led by a dangerous impulse. See Teresa Russell in Impulse. Hard to Kill and Impulse. Both available at Arrows, the first name in video.
Not dressed for the Hawks tonight. Greg Millen and Stu Grimson injured and not available. Doug Wilson coming back from an ankle injury, almost 100%. And Steve Thomas, who was expected to play tonight, but again, a late scratch from the face-off. The puck in the neutral zone, tipped back to Bob Rouse at center, who wraps it right up into the crowd, looking to get it into the Chicago end, but this one makes the seats in the lower balcony.
Bob Rouse also playing very well defensively for the Caps. He really came on right at the start of the season and got some quick points, and now he's just settled back, playing some good defense, but shooting the puck always at the net from the point whenever he can. Both teams firing around these boards early in the game because they want to get some bumps, and you get contact by firing the puck around the boards.
Murray wins the draw. Clean face-off. Puck there coming back into the Washington end. Bob Rouse stops momentarily behind the Washington net. Now clears it off the glass. Down the ice. Back come the Hawks. Keith Brown, the veteran defenseman. For Chicago, touching it, icing the call. They'll quickly come back into the Washington end. 16:21 left to go here as we see the veteran and reliable Keith Brown.
He's very reliable. He's a veteran. He's a cagey veteran. He really plays the man well. He's one of the strongest Blackhawks. He's a fitness freak. He always wins. They have a championship. Mike Keenan's really into fitness. They have a big test at the start of the season. That guy always finishes first. Keith Brown.
I'm impressed with the size of this Blackhawk team, Craig. He's got a great deal of size. Coach Mike Keenan in his third year with the Hawks behind the bench, twice leading them to the conference championships. Of course, the former coach of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Well, yes, and that gives him a little insight into the Washington Capitals. He knows the style of game they play, and that's going to help his game plan tonight.
Creighton centering the line here with Peluso and Presley on the right wing. Creighton wins the draw. Backhanded towards the Washington net. Kelly Johansson getting it on the left wing. Caps cleared the zone, and Tim Berglund tied up there by Manson. The puck comes back into the neutral zone off the stick of Creighton, and here's Presley. He takes a check from Rob Murray. Shot from Johansson. Offside the call. And a face-off just outside the Chicago blue line. This is one of the smaller rinks in the National Hockey League as we got to look at Rob Murray. And Craig, is this one of your favorite rinks as you look back on your career in the NHL?
It really is. I think this rink is the type of rink that you get involved right after the national anthem. You're so high and so excited on the bench that you want to get the game going. But you've got to be ready in this rink to take contact. You don't have a lot of room out there. And what it does is evens out everybody. The skaters don't have as much room. So guys like myself, Jeff, who weren't as fleet as foot as a lot of them, didn't struggle in this type of rink.
Didn't take you as long to get from one end to the other, right?
That's exactly right.
Blackhawks behind their own net. Chelios feeding it ahead to Manson. Manson suspended yesterday for 4 games, but he's in the lineup tonight. It is his choice, along, of course, with Mike Keenan, to wait a maximum of 7 days before beginning that 4-game suspension. I'll tell you a little more about that as the game goes on. Presley wraps it off the boards to Creighton. Creighton looking on the left wing for Manson, intercepted by Peter Bondra with a good defensive play. Off the stick of Hunter. Here's Dave Tippett turning it around right in front, and it's cleared off into the corner there by Chris Chelios. Moving up, firing a backhand in is the young defenseman Tatarnov, making his second start in the NHL, coming from the Soviet Union just last Saturday. Chelios clearing it ahead. Caps intercept in the neutral zone. Long lead pass for Hunter. He's in over the blue line. Drops it for Tatarnov, and a shot deflected over top of the net. Watch out for this shot from the young Soviet defenseman. Here's Chris Chelios, another highly regarded defenseman. The former Montreal Canadian fires a weak one that Beaupre gloves. Gets it to Langley. Caps clear the zone to Zezel on the right wing for John Druce. He's breaking in on the right side. Turned around there by Yanni. Play goes right on. Kevin Hatcher now back into the Washington end. Long lead pass for Kelly Miller, too far. He's tied up by McGill. Racing after it there is Yanni. He touches it, icing the call. They'll come back into the Washington end.
A good start for the Capitals. Terry Murray's got to be pleased with this type of start in this building. You've really got to get on the puck. And the key is having Don Beaupre be that third defenseman out there. In this rink, the puck is always on the end boards. He's got to come out and make the plays. And Terry Murray, they had a little meeting this morning in front of the net, the defensemen and the goalies. And the reason for that is they want to communicate. Don Beaupre has to move the puck.
Troy Murray set for the faceoff with Mike Ridley. He'll do the honors to the right of Don Beaupre. Coming off that shutout Saturday night. Here's a shot. A weak one turned aside by Beaupre. Rebound. Conroy high and wide. Back to the point. Brown steers it ahead into the corner for Dirk Graham, who clears it off on the other side for Gilbert. Graham tied up behind the net. Puck squirts loose. This is Johansson. Tries to clear the zone, unable to do so. Graham tied up along the boards there by Rouse. Coming in and helping out is Gilbert. Ridley steers it off into the open corner. Keith Brown pinching in off the defense. Here's Rouse tied up by Graham again behind the net. Graham wins it, gets it in front to Gilbert, and Beaupre sees that loose puck and he holds on. Don Beaupre playing some great goaltending, and we'll be back. Stay tuned, we're scoreless.
The time to own the four-door sports car, the car that's outselling all the other imports in its class, is now. Because right now, the luxurious comfort, the sophisticated control, and the sheer power of this vehicle are as close as your nearest Nissan dealer, where a special allocation of Maximas is now in stock. But hurry, because at these year-end prices, they could move even faster out of the showroom than they do out on the road.
A view of the fabled Chicago Stadium, 61 years, the home of the Blackhawks. Over on the left side of the screen, the press box, which is an unfamiliar position here. It's in the end zone of the rink, just behind the Caps net. rink certainly has a great deal of character. My first time ever in here, and I've been around most of the National Hockey League rinks, Greg, but this one definitely has the atmosphere that you spoke of.
It sure does. The fans are right on the play. They really get into it. You've got to take them out of the game.
Johnny inside his own blue line, clears it ahead to Peluso, who leaves it there for Hudson on the right wing for Lemieux. Wrapped around the boards and into the Washington end by McGill. Comes all the way on the other side here for Berglund, and it's quickly back into the Chicago end. Boy, it doesn't take long to get from end to end with this puck. Here we go, off the foot, and then off the pad of Belfour and up into the crowd. Rob Murray making another start for the Capitals tonight, a defensive specialist playing on the defensive line, and an excellent face-off man.
Yes, he is, Jeff. And in this type of rink, Rob Murray is very successful because of the size of the rink. He can check real well. The Blackhawks have trouble clearing the puck. They go up the boards. Rob Murray just intercepts it and fires it low to the far side. Belfour gets his toe on it and it goes up over the glass. You have to notice right off the bat, anytime there's a shot on Belfour, he's down. One of the reporters I was talking to earlier said his mask fell off last game. He actually played without it and dove in front of the net to make a save without his mask on, face first.
Belfour, of course, one of the postseason heroes for the Blackhawks, coming over from the Olympic team late in the season and was the star for the Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Play underway. Here's Lawler from the point. Off his skate into the corner. On the left wing is Goulet. Michel Goulet flipping into the Washington end. Off the skate of Lawler. Goes to Zezel. Gets it cross ice to Tatarnov. Quickly out to John Druce. Intercepted by the Hawks. And they clear it back into the Washington end. But Tatarnov gets it ahead to Zezel on the right wing for John Druce. Stepping up there is Manson, who gets it to Chelios, pinching in off the defense. Here's Goulet, blocked by Peter Zezel with a good defensive play. Tatarnov again getting it to Druce. Chelios, cross ice from Manson. Ahead to Goulet. To Roenick. Roenick in over the Washington line. Sidesteps a check in the open ice from Tatarnov. Larmer puts it out of the stick of Zezel. And again, with the low glass here at the Chicago Stadium, a backhand goes into the crowd. One of the few rinks without this high glass that we see very prominent around National Hockey League rinks.
Yes, it's very low glass because the Blackhawks use it to their advantage. Whenever they get in trouble and the Caps just use it to their advantage there, some players fire it over the glass. They try to get it out of the zone. They won't be called for a delay of game because you just say to the referee, I'm just shooting it out of the ring.
And tell me about the boards while we have a break here in the action. The boards a little different than the norm around the NHL.
Yes, they are. They're solid wood. They aren't the normal fiberglass boards that a lot of the rinks are using. They're solid wood, and they're on a little angle. They've been in this building so long, there's a slight out angle on them. They lean against the crowd. So they're neat boards, but they're very lively.
Do they get a different bounce then, I would think?
Yes, they are. They're very lively, so the puck comes out real quick.
Here's Hunter for the Capitals. In quickly, and a shot goes high over top of the net. The play was whistled down. Interference call. And the first penalty of the hockey game. Kevin Hatcher makes his way. We'll get the penalty call. And who it is, too, right after this.
At Giant, there are a lot of ways to save without giving up a thing.
Get a power play chance. Hunter carries it over. Bondra pinches off the defenseman so Hunter could enter the zone, but it was offside. But Bondra forced his man out with not looking at the puck. He gets called for interference.
Both these teams very, very solid on penalty killing and power play situations, especially teams. The Hawks are third in power play opportunities, 16 of 59 for a 27.1% average. The Caps are fourth in penalty killing off 34 of 40. That is 85% even. Again, they are fourth in the NHL in that department. Rouse with a long lead pass for Mike Ridley. Remember, the Caps got a big shorthanded goal that turned around the hockey game Tuesday night in Philadelphia, if you were with us here on WBCA. And that really set the tone for the rest of the hockey game. Here's Graham taking a two-line pass. A little confusion now for the Blackhawks with the extra man. And the Hawks have to come back in their own zone for a face-off.
Dirk Graham, he's a key guy for them. He's the captain. He's a veteran. It took him 5 years to make it to the majors. He played a lot in the minors, 5 years in the minors with a bunch of different teams. He's finally made it. He's a top-notch guy. 13 shorthanded goals in his last 2 seasons. He's the key to them. He's a hard-working, gritty forward.
And Graham, too, I might add, really winning over, if there were any doubters, and I doubt there were. But last year coming back from a fractured kneecap a lot sooner than the doctors or the coach, Mike Keenan, or anyone expected. And he played just to help the Hawks in a playoff situation. They're great. Character play. Play underway. Roenick tipping it to Manson, who gets it ahead. Off the stick there of Larmer, and the Caps quickly clear it back right behind the Chicago net. Here's Manson leading the Hawk attack. Manson on the left wing for Roenick. Roenick with a backhander. Beaupre steered that one to the corner. Hawks with a power play. Chelios on the point. Cross ice for Manson. Manson getting it ahead to Roenick. Roenick on the near boards. Getting it up high in front. And Beaupre able to steer that one aside. Manson to Larmer. Broken up there by Rod Langway. Back to the point to Manson. Manson to Larmer, steers it towards the net. Beaupre kicks it right onto the stick of Langway. Langway has 2 Hawks on him, gets it ahead. Chelios to Roenick. Langway right there. In front, blocked by Hatcher. The rebound is held on by Beaupre at the side of the net. Total of 28 seconds now left in the penalty to Bondra. Face-off in the Washington end. 10:55 left to go here in period 1. We are scoreless.
The Hawks getting a couple of good chances on this power play, because they're really working the puck down low. They're trying to look for Goulet off the far post. As soon as Larmer gets it, he fires it across to Goulet. Goulet just tries to redirect it. Hits Beaupre's pad. Great save. The defenseman comes in, holds up Goulet, and they clear it out. The key is they're always looking for that Larmer Goulet for a tap in across the crease. They get another one. The Caps didn't clear the zone. Goulet again right in front of the net. Langway and Beaupre trying to talk to each other, saying, come on, get the puck, get the puck. Beaupre finally puts his big glove on it to stop the play.
Ridley and Miller set up front for the Capitals here to kill off the remaining seconds of the penalty. Rouse wraps it around the boards. It's into the neutral zone. Kelly Miller takes a hit from Manson. And play whistled down.
Kelly Miller also excellent at killing penalties, Jeff. He's a hard worker, and what I really am impressed with him is he can turn so quickly, and he's a tireless skater. He can skate this whole power play if he wanted to, and penalty kill against it because he has those nice strides, and he can get in position to force them to pass the puck.
Kelly Miller, veteran, one of the assistant captains of the Capitals. Of course, now the other assistant, letter A worn by Dale Hutter.
Mike Keenan a little confused. He's not sure what type of power play he wants. He's saying that the puck should be in tighter, should be in the circle. The referee, Pateman, or the linesman Pateman, says it's at the top of the circle. Keenan's upset because he wants it at the dot.
Mike Keenan always willing to let the referees know how he thinks they should be officiating the game. Of course, he doesn't get his way, does he? In the corner, Lawler wraps it around the boards, comes back to Chelios. In the corner for Roenick. Roenick to Larmer. Larmer cross ice to Manson, pinching in, a skate, clears it off into the corner, and Mike Ridley now with 7 seconds left gets it ahead to Kelly Miller. Tipped off his stick. Rouse off the boards as Bondra steps back onto the ice, and Belfour leaves it there for Manson. Team's back to full strength. 10:22 left to go here in period number 1. Puck flipped into the Washington end. To Tarnow, tying up with Creighton. Gets it to Hatcher. Off the boards, Bondra leaves it there for Hunter, who gets it to Bondra. Tippett straddling the line, and a shot going high over top of the net. Creighton flipping it back into the Washington end. This is to Tarnow, trying to get it ahead here as the Hawks change on the fly. Hunter, cross-ice pass, knocked down by Gilbert, who gets it to Troy Murray, ahead to Dirk Graham. Graham flipping into the Washington end. Beaupre leaves it there for Hatcher. To Tarnow. Tipped by Tippett. And down the ice.
Well, Beaupre coming out of his net a lot tonight. He's going to have to. The Hawks like to dump it in. He's got to get it up. Get out of his net. Stop the puck.
Graham on the far boards. Takes a hit there from Pivonka. Puck from the point. McGill with a drive way wide. Leach tied up by Conroy. Graham with a backhander towards the net. Calle Johansson to Ridley. Ridley sidesteps a check. Calle Johansson comes in to help out. Gets it ahead to Pivonka. Straddling the line is Leach. Pivonka with a backhander right on. And held on there by Belfour with Ridley awaiting a rebound. Stay tuned. The Caps and the Hawks are scoreless here from the stadium in Chicago.
Anybody can say they're the best. Anybody can promise quality or great service. But when you invest hard-earned money in a business, you're not just anybody. I own my Meineke shop. I have to have satisfied customers. So do hundreds of other Meineke owners, coast to coast. Need a new muffler? Brake work? Come into Meineke. Nothing is unimportant here, especially delivering on what we promise you. At Meineke Discount Mufflers, nothing is unimportant. The brain trust of the Washington Capitals. On your left, of course, General Manager David Poyle and Jack Button, who worked many, many hours in seeing that the latest Caps acquisition, Mikhail Tatarnov, would be here to join the Capitals. And from the blue line, Tatarnov wraps it towards the net. It is knocked down. Yanni. Ahead for Peluso. Peluso leading the attack, one of the rookies on this Chicago team. And size certainly a factor in some of the newcomers with the Blackhawks. Why am I not surprised with Mike Keaton running the show? Here's a shot from the point, deflected in front. Cleared off in the corner. Lawler tied up by McNeil. They're turning around and shooting for the far corner. There was Lemieux, and he didn't miss by much. Pivonka tying up. The puck comes loose to Tatarnov, who finds an opening and clears it down the ice and right on. Yanni. Cross ice for McGill. Both teams change on the go. Goulet has it tipped off his stick. Stephen Leach gets it ahead. Right out of the stick of Larmer for the Hawks. Getting it ahead to Goulet. Langway clears it. It goes off linesman Pateman's skate and back into the Washington end on a delayed offside. Kevin Hatcher to Langway. Langway being chased by Roenick. Gets it to Kyprios. And the puck flipped into the Chicago end. Dave Manson to Chelios. There's Chelios. Stops momentarily behind the Hawks' net. Getting it to Manson. Dave Manson in over the line. Flipping it off into the corner. Langway will chase after it. He wraps it around the boards to Kyprios on the left wing. Hops over the stick of Chelios and down the ice. Belfour leaving it there for Chelios. John Druce cruising in front of the net. Chelios. Cross ice pass for Manson at the blue line. Zezel intercepts, but Chelios backhands it back into the neutral zone. Moving up, Kelly Miller. Zezel is there, and he gets it back to Hatcher. Kevin Hatcher on the left wing for Kelly Miller. Miller looking for a streaking Zezel, and it hopped over his stick. Delayed penalty upcoming. Rob Schick has his hand in the air, and a slashing call upcoming. Stay tuned, we'll have it for you. And it looks like the Caps will be on the power play.
There is no substitute for extra effort. For the Caps, extra effort means solid results. And solid results are yours at Northern Virginia's Solid Savings Bank, Providence Savings. Providence offers free checking, ATMs that pay you, 6 different CDs, 5 money market plans, and over 40 home and construction loans. That's extra effort in banking. Providence Savings has 10 offices. Stop in today and let their extra effort give you a solid financial future. Providence Savings, your solid choice.
Capitals on their first power play. Miller throws it across the crease to Zezel. Zezel breaking in a step or two ahead of Goulet. Goulet has to slash him. He's off on the minor penalty.
Time of that penalty is 12:52, and it's time for our Circuit City Power Play contest. Tonight's first contestant, Beth Friedman of Baltimore. And Beth has chosen Peter Zezel of the Capitals to score on this power play. If, in fact, Zezel scores, Beth will receive a video or stereo unit courtesy of Circuit City. On this power play unit for the Capitals, Hunter, Druce, and Pivonka up front. Tatarnov and Kevin Hatcher. Tatarnov fires a shot towards the net. Backhanded by Chelios. The rebound. Shot by Pivonka. And it's off a stick into the crowd.
Well, right off the bat, Terry Murray has told his team to shoot the puck. in this little arena, you don't have a lot of ice to make some nice plays. And he wants Tatarnov to shoot that puck. They're going to work an umbrella. Whenever the puck comes back to the top of the umbrella, he's going to be shooting the puck.
And Tatarnov, incidentally, played 16 minutes and 47 seconds in his NHL debut Tuesday at Philadelphia. And yes, Terry Murray telling us that he could play a lot more tonight, especially here on the power play. And we see evidence here on the first Blackhawks penalty of the night. Misha Tatarnov, very excited about playing in the National Hockey League and being a member of the Washington Capitals. Very pleasant young man. He races after the puck in the Washington end. Tatarnov has fit in very well with his teammates, despite the language barrier. But as Coach Terry Murray says, hockey is a universal game. Kevin Hatcher drops it for John Druce. Druce, the far boards to Pivonka, back to Druce. Druce leading it behind the net to Hunter to Pivonka, off his skate, Hawks intercept and cleared the zone. McNeil firing it down to the Washington end.
Well, on the Blackhawk penalty killers, they're going to try to force the puck low. They rather have the puck low. They know Tatarnov can shoot. They know Hatcher can shoot. They don't want those guys with the puck at the points.
Hatcher to Hunter to Tatarnov. Backhands it to John Druce on the left wing. Druce's shot high in the air, knocked down. Dale Hunter for the Caps looking for his defenseman on the blue line. This is Tatarnov. Getting it to Hunter. Off the boards to Tatarnov. One time by Kelly Johansson. Knocked out by Druce in front. Belfour's got it, and he holds on. 49 seconds left in the penalty to Goulet. The Capitals working that puck around very effectively in the Chicago end.
They're just moving around. They're trying to get a shot anytime they can. Goes to Tatarnov. He slides it across to Johansson for a one-timer. He doesn't get a lot of wood on it because the puck is rolling. But look at Belfour. He's down before the shot even comes to him. Druce gets a whack at it. He puts his glove on it, and the play stops. The key is they get that puck high, and they have some traffic in front. Belfour is going to be down. It's going to go over top of his shoulders and into the net.
John Druce able to knock it down very effectively without getting the stick up above his shoulders, and as well, he paid the price. As we see John Druce on the bench right now, Keith Brown putting his big arms around John Druce. Effectively, he's doing the job up front.
Well, he's saying to himself, I missed that earlier backhand. I missed this one. The third time he's going to score a goal.
Zezel wins the draw, gets it back to Hatcher. Off the boards for Leach to Hatcher. His shot deflected in front, scores! The Washington Capitals on the power play lead 1-0.
It's the exact same play they want to try to work, Jeff. They shoot the puck. They shoot the puck. They get a lot of chances in front against Belfour.
We'll wait for the official score. If it is in fact Peter Zezel. If it is, we could have a winner on our Circuit City power play. Let's get a look.
That's exactly right, Jeff. The puck goes to Hatcher. As soon as he gets it, just a little wrist shot, not really harmless. Zezel knocks it down. He gets another whack at it. It goes over the line. Peter Zezel should get credit for that goal.
And for Zezel, if it is in fact his goal, it'll be his 5th goal of the season, all 5 on the power play. But let's wait for the official call.
Well, it wasn't even a hard shot, but he knocked it down. You can see him clearly tip it down into Belfour. Belfour on his knees. Then he gets another whack at it, pokes it through, across the goal line.
Goal scored at 14-11. We will wait for the official call. And I'm sure too, or so too, is Betts Friedman of Baltimore. John Druce tied up along the boards. Caps in the neutral zone. Kelly Miller in over the line with Zezel and Druce. John Druce takes a hit there from Roenick. In front for Zezel, and it was high and wide. Stepping in off the point. Bob Rouse firing a shot towards the Chicago net, but the Blackhawks come out of their own zone. Tipped ahead by Roenick. Roenick now trying to get around Langway. Good effective move there by Rod Langway. Here's Roenick. Getting it to Peluso. Peluso in front. Langway there again. It comes back to Peluso, and Beaupre is there to shut the door. And the puck on the backhand flipped into the crowd. Here's the official call.
Scored by number 25, Peter Zezel. Assisted by number 4.
We'll be back. Stay tuned. Caps lead 1-0.
Hello. Hi, Lady Luck, Virginia Lottery. You talking to me? to find something to do in the middle of the week.
Introducing Wednesday Night Lotto. Now 2 chances to win the jackpot. Wednesday at 7:58, Saturday at 10:58.
We're back live here on WDCA from the Chicago Stadium. Caps leading 1-0 on a goal by Peter Zezel. And since Beth Friedman chose Zezel to score on the power play, and Zezel came through with that goal, Beth, you've won a video or stereo unit from Circuit City. Congratulations. Play underway in the Washington end. Caps clear the zone. Off the skate of Pivonka. He backhands it into the Chicago end. Peter Zezel, 5 goals, all 5 of the power play. And the Capitals, remarkably, playing very, very well with the power play, something that they've been criticized for in previous years. But coming into tonight's game, 4th with the extra man and 4th in penalty killing. Gloved ahead and whistled down by Pierre Champoux, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
And the Bullets are opening up their season 1 week from Friday as they travel to Miami to take on the Heat live at 8 p.m. And join Mel Proctor and Phil Chenier as they call all the action right here on DC 20 Sports.
Kevin Hatcher, Stephen Leach drawing assists on that goal at 14-11. Capitals coming into tonight's game with a 26.9% performance on the power play. 14 of 52, so we can now say they are 15 for 53. 15 power play goals. And Zezel has 5 of them.
He's paying the price in front of that net to get those type of goals.
Cross ice pass by Manson to Chelios. Chris Chelios, certainly an effective member of the Blackhawks power play unit. Puck off a stick. This one from Troy Murray, and the face-off will have to come back into the neutral zone.
Chris Chelios, he's a key member of this Blackhawks. Came over in that big trade for Dennis Savard. He's trying to win the Chicago fans over. They really like Savard. They really like Chelios now because he adds a new dimension to the defensive core. He's very quick. He's very mobile. He can play all positions. He's a very effective defenseman.
I remember Chris from my days in Montreal. Very promising youngster in the Montreal organization. A native of Chicago. And, of course, now back home to play hockey. Of course, Coach Terry Murray done an excellent job alongside John Perpich, getting the Capitals to play very well on those specialty teams. So important now in the NHL. Beaupre clearing it along the boards. Tippett skated off on the play there by Chelios. Caps try to clear the zone, but it's flipped back. And the Caps will regroup. Allie Johansson. Speaking of power play performers, off to an effective start with the Capitals. Berglund getting it to Hunter, who clears it high in the air and then dropped down there by Dave Manson. And quickly feeds it back behind the Washington net. Creighton getting it to Chelios, who's pinching in. Tippett right there with a defensive play. Creighton comes back from the point. Steered off into the corner. Hudson to Creighton. Intercepted there by Dale Hunter. Hunter being chased by Hudson. Along the boards, Tippett takes an elbow from Chelios. Play goes right on. Hawks doing an excellent job forechecking here in the Washington end. Hunter clears it off the glass, and this one goes into the crowd as he takes a hit there from Jocelyn Lemieux. Dale Hunter, one of the alternate captains of the Washington Capitals. Certainly one of the leaders of this hockey team.
He sure is. He's a veteran out there. When you get in trouble in your own zone, you want to get that puck up and over the glass or ice it. You don't want to run around. Once you start running around, you get in a lot of trouble, and they can get some key opportunities.
And that's John Perpich, first-year assistant for Coach Terry Murray, and a welcome addition to the Capitals. Excellent hockey man. And he has fans and family. He's got a 25-year-old brother who works in the financial district down here in Chicago. And he and some of his friends in town. Of course, Perpich, a native of Minnesota. Zezel. And for that face-off with McNeil. Puck knocked down by Hatcher in front. Gets it ahead to Miller. Zezel feeding Kelly Miller. Miller being chased there by McNeil. Now Yanni's on him. Gets the puck loose to John Druce. Druce misses a hit to Tarnoff from the point. Deflected off into the corner. John Druce getting it back to Tatarnov, who sidesteps. Caluso winds up and he fires it to the far side. It's wide. Lawler moves up, keeps it in the Chicago end. Yanni off the boards. Tatarnov couldn't keep it in. The Caps will regroup. Peter Zezel to Druce. Directed towards the net, knocked down by Belfort, cleared by Peluso, off the glass and down the ice. Kirk Graham chasing in. But the Tarnoff turns away, then is dumped by Graham. Zezel to Pavanka. Gilbert getting it cross ice for Roenick. Jeremy Roenick winds up, had saved by Beaupre, looked behind him, but there to take the rebound was Peter Zezel. Pavanka in over the line to Zezel. Back to Pavanka. Backhand shot. Belfort's got it. Holds on to the rebound. And we'll have a face-off. 1:57 left to go here in the first period. We're at the Chicago Stadium, and the Caps lead by 1.
It's coming. From the director of Fatal Attraction and the writer of Ghost. In just a few minutes, you will see a preview of the most terrifying and unforgettable movie of the year. Jacob's Ladder, rated R.
Stay tuned to this channel.
The Capitals return home after this 5-game long road trip on Friday night, November 2nd. And Wayne Gretzky, number 99 in the Los Angeles Kings, make their first Capitol Center appearance as they take on the Caps at 8:05 p.m. Plenty of tickets are available by calling phone charge at 432-0200. Operators are on duty till 10 p.m. And after the game, all women in attendance get a chance to shoot for a turkey. Shoot a goal, you get a turkey, courtesy of Giant Foods.
Play is underway in the neutral zone. Off the stick of Langway, knocked down there by Gilbert. Here come the Hawks, and over the Capitals line. Backhanded by Larmer to Manson, deflected way up into the crowd. And another face-off. I've got to think, not that I'm going to make the decision for the Blackhawks management here, but I got to think they got to look into putting that higher glass, particularly in the ends of the ice here.
Oh, yeah, they'd like to keep the puck in play, but I think they're thinking about building a new building, and they don't necessarily want to put new glass in here. They want to keep it the way it's been. They're really into the history, the tradition, everything else that goes with a building of this sort.
And there you see an end zone view as our cameras pan the arena. Certainly a lot of history here. The banners hang, the retired jerseys of Bobby Hull, Glenn Hall, Tony Esposito, and Stan McCready.
And there's the Barton organ, one of the biggest organs in the world. And at full volume, Jeff, all the glass in this building would shatter. It's that powerful.
NHL All-Star game will be played here. This is the 30th anniversary, the last time the Chicago Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup.
A little bit of pushing down next to the glass. Coming in late after the whistle, the Chicago Blackhawks, they're trying to get something going, trying to get some momentum going for themselves. There's going to be a little bit of pushing and shoving after every whistle to try to get them motivated.
Peter Zezel. Of course, no stranger to his former coach, Mike Keenan. Wonder if they had a chance to talk here today in Chicago. I doubt it. Peter Zezel very happy. There was a big story in the Philadelphia paper the other day about Zezel. Happy to be a Washington Capital, wanting very much to finish his career in Washington. Likes the guys, the camaraderie on the Washington Capitals Hockey Club. Hopes he can end his career in the Patrick Division with the Caps in Washington. Langway off the boards to Hatcher. Long lead pass. Racing into the Chicago end. This is Brown. Has it teed up for him by Belfort. Wraps it off the boards and down the ice. Kevin Hatcher flipping the puck. The blue line, less than a minute to go in the first period. Caps lead 1-0 as Berglund steps in from the right wing and fires a shot wide. Comes all the way back to McGill. Out McGill on the blue line. Cross ice pass for Graham. Tipped into the Washington zone. And we've got a whistle on the two-line pass. 48 seconds left to go here. Period 1. The stadium in Chicago. We'll have a chance to visit with Kelly Johansson here on WDCA in our first intermission. Stay tuned for that.
And you can notice all the shadows around the players. About 3 years ago, the Chicago Blackhawks, they put in a new lighting system in the arena. They thought the lighting system was old. Now when you're on the ice, you skate around, you see all these shadows around you. It's the only rink in the league that you actually have the players' shadows on the ice, Jeff.
Peter Zezel, Jeremy Roenick will do the honors just inside the Chicago blue line. Zezel has been waved from the face-off circle, and this will be Kelly Miller stepping in. From the draw, one cleanly by Miller to Langway from center. Wraps it into the Chicago end. It's stopped there by Belfour. Chris Chelios with 39 seconds. Steps to the side of the net, feeding it on the right wing. Getting it ahead there to McNeil, who's being chased by John Bruce. Hawks in the Washington end, but Kevin Hatcher clears it to safety. Now from inside the blue line, steps around Chelios, tries to backhand it with one hand towards Belfour, and the rebound comes back to Lawler, who pinches in. Off a skate, cleared by Hatcher. Tried to wrap it off the boards, and this one makes the crowd with 14 seconds left. Kevin Hatcher doing it all, certainly worthy of the first star recognition on Tuesday night in the game you saw here on WDCA, as the Caps played certainly one of their better games, if not their best game of the season, in a 6-2 win over the Flyers.
That's exactly right. And it carries over. Once you get into the groove, you win 3 games in a row, you start getting confident, and winning is easy. Once you get into that winning mode, it's hard to get out of it. Same as when you get in a losing mode, it's hard to get out of that.
Both teams making complete lineup changes here for the remaining 14 seconds of the period. Hunter wins the draw, gets it to Rouse. His shot goes wide, and Chris Chelios in behind the net, dragging the puck. Manson back to Chelios, content on just killing off the remaining seconds. I guess the Blackhawks didn't want to have to come out of their own end because they'd have to skate back down into the bowels of the Chicago Stadium. And they just prefer to remain until the end of the period as we see the Washington Capitals leave the ice and make their long way down the stairs here at the Chicago Stadium. Stay tuned. The Caps after the first period with a solid performance and worthy of a 1-0 lead. We're back with our intermission on WDCA. Stay tuned.
Every day, Jacob Singer goes to work.
What's wrong?
It's one of those days.
And every day, he wonders what is happening to him.
Maybe it's the pressure, Jake.
They're like demons, Jess. They weren't human.
What were they, Jake? Let me look at your hand. You have a very strange line.